Hey, welcome again to Life in the God Lane. This is my power verse for the day for the 26th of February, 2022. And I call this message Anger and Strife Not. And it's from Psalm 103, verse 9. Now, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you get reminded every time I put one out. Something comes out every day. And give me thumbs up, make comments, share the video with someone so they can get the teaching. And I hope you'll do that. And something comes out every day. So just teaching the Bible. We're in Psalm 103, verse 9. Have you known someone who was always involved in strife and just could not let go of anger? I was thinking about this guy the other day. I went through advanced training in the Army with a guy named Vic. And Vic became friends. We went through almost a year of training together and then ended up stationed in the same place in Germany. And I ended up eventually with him on my team at an outstation in Germany. I was his sergeant. And he started showing up late for work, and he'd be drunk and he'd come to work and sleep. And I had one operator per shift that I supervised, and I had to have him do his work. We copied Russian communication, and we're keeping track of the enciphered printer communication of 300,000 Russian Guards troops in Germany, in East Germany. This is a long time ago, in the late 60s, early 70s. So I had to counsel Vic and communicate with him, and he just wouldn't change. He kept showing up late, showing up drunk, and he'd sleep through his shift. So I had to turn him over for what's called an Article 15. That's non-judicial punishment. He lost a stripe, lost a month's pay, as I recall, and they sent him back to the main duty station instead of the good duty that we had at an outstation. It was amazing. We got to live out of the barracks and have a lot of freedom that you didn't have down at the other place. But you know what happened? My relationship with him was then one of strife, and he never let go of his anger. He should have been mad at himself. All he had to do is show up at work and do his job, and he would have been fine. But sadly, Vic and I had a broken relationship, which I didn't like then, and I like less now, probably. Now, it's been over 50 years, so who knows? He probably would like me now, but I don't know. I haven't seen him. So Psalm 103, verse 9. This talks about God. He will not always strive with us, nor will he keep his anger forever. That's how God responds to us. We all break the rules. We all sin. We don't do the things of God right, do we? But God does not strive with us, and he does not hold on to his anger like we do with each other sometimes. He's different because he's God and we're not him. He certainly could hold on to his anger and involve himself with strife with us, but he doesn't. He chooses not to. I tried not to strive with Vic and I really wasn't angry at him, but he was in strife with me and remained angry at me. God went out of his way to end strife and release his anger. How? Okay, fast forward. We keep doing this because this is how the book of the 103rd Psalm is written. Fast forward 1,000 years from when David wrote Psalm 103 to when God sent his son Jesus, and the whole thing's predicated on that. God sent his son Jesus, his son, to die on a cross to forgive and remove our sin, our transgressions. He paid the price for our sin, and he ended his anger over our violation with his own sacrifice of his son. And he ended it by paying for our sin and ended his anger over our violation, and he ended it with his sacrifice. You know what they call that? Love and grace. That's what they call that. So now from God's perspective, anger and strife, not. Anger and strife, not. He ended it by sacrificing. With the strife and the anger gone, what happens? We have a restored relationship with God when we respond positively to his extension of grace and come to him in faith. God's love removes that strife and eliminates his anger. With strife and anger, with the strife and the anger that we formerly had with God gone, you know what we have with God now? We have friendship with God, the fruit of a restored relationship. And you know what? There's nothing like it. Participate in it, live in it, thrive in it. I'll see you tomorrow.